is Asa Mortensen, and I'm Director of Intercollege. Maybe you just shortly introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is Sinan Sarı. I am representing Kocaeli Provincial Directorate of National Education, and I'm a project expert nearly for 17 years. I have been dealing for the European Union projects and local projects, and we have been running so many European Union projects, and also we are the partners in so many projects with you.
Yes.
And
so when we made this online course here, some of the people that we interviewed in the very beginning, the aspiring NGO leaders, they were mentioning it as one of their fears. How do we build partnership? How do we find partners? And also in the testing of the modules we made, it was a comment that somebody wanted to hear more about these building partnerships. And I thought that the right person to interview about that would be exactly you, and that's because that you in the directorate, you have so many partners
yes.
from all over Europe, and for us it seems more or less that it's a partner bank.
Yes.
Whenever we need a partner for something, then we would call you, and you would give us a hint. So let me ask you, Sinan, when you get partners for your projects, how do you find those partners?
So this is the most important thing, finding partners and building partnerships, because you need some partners for the projects, and you have to run with them, and you have to work very good with them. And also our partnership started very early, nearly 2015, and we met in the project, and then we run so many projects.
Mm-hmm.
And also in Denmark we had a Contactmaking seminar. We met here, and nearly 20-25 young people and the representatives of other institutions, and we met here, and it was Sailing to Success project. Right. And we built so many partnerships there, and we had 4 projects approved after that Contactmaking seminar. Contactmaking seminars are really good to find partners, because you introduce yourself, you introduce your institution, and you can check how to work with them, maybe in youth projects, in adult projects, or school sector, and you are looking who you can work with.
Mm-hmm.
And also you have some ideas, and you're asking the other partners, and face-to-face meetings are important, because you are getting to know each other, and you know that you can work with them, and you ask, okay, our idea is that, and would you like to work with us, and you can get the positive reflections for that.
Mm-hmm.
That's really important. And one of the other partner finding solutions, we can say, we attended so many international conferences, and many of our partners invited us to the international meetings, and we met other people, other institutional organizations, and we try to introduce ourselves. And because of our background and making so many projects, so it's very important. And if you are a reliable person, and if you are a reliable institution, so it's one of the most important things, that you meet people, and people get to know each other. And after that, the people or the institutions, not the institutions, but the people,
mm-hmm.
with the well contacts,
Mm-hmm.
They call you for the partnerships, because you are working well, you are doing the responsibilities,
Mm-hmm.
and you are doing every jobs for the deadlines.
Mm-hmm.
So after having one partnership,
Mm-hmm.
so you can go on the other projects, because this is important. And if you have bad experiences with the partners, so you have to say, okay, we are not going to work again with you.
Mm-hmm.
This is very important. And
So just to summarize, I mean, your first advice to somebody who is starting up an NGO or an organization and needs to make partnerships, that is to join those contact making events,
Yes.
join international conferences, and get to know people. And I think that the point that you're making, saying that it's not the institutions that gets to know each other, it's people that get to know each other.
Yes.
That's also in my experience a central thing, that the bonds that we create, that's not between our institutions, that's the fact that you and I know each other, and you
Yes.
and I trust each other and are friends, and therefore can trust each other, and I easily can call you and
can
ask you a
contact me.
question.
Yes.
And I know I also feel free to call you in the weekends, because I don't consider it as a strict work thing. I just call Sinan to hear, hey, how is things there. So the relation between people is essential. I think that's an important point. I think maybe it could be interesting just to for me to add in that some of our best partners, including actually how we started to work together. It was a colleague of mine that was working with an old colleague of yours, and
Yes.
In that way got us in touch with each other. So it was actually our first meeting was not that we met physically, but
Yes.
the fact that somebody I trusted recommended to me somebody that you trusted. And I think a lot of partnership is maybe built like that.
That's important, because in one of our projects, I mean, we are dealing with the education in our field, and all the schools are asking some partnerships to us. And also, when they come and they need a partner from Denmark, I recommend you.
Yeah.
Or you can recommend in other schools or wet schools that they can work. And also, we recommended you for another project, and you are working with my colleagues for another project. So this is another way.
Yeah.
The also, when you call your friend, not a partner.
Yeah.
Okay, when you call Mr. Asser and ask, okay, Asser, we need a school from Denmark.
Yeah.
Otherwise, when we call or when we write emails, they won't believe you. They won't trust you. So you can tell, okay, we have a reliable partner in Turkey, and they are in Kocaeli, near to Istanbul, and you can work with them. Also, they have relations with wet schools, school sectors, adult sector, youth sector. That's very good. And also, we are sending so many teachers to your seminars here, and training seminars, training courses. And also, I'm telling them, when you go there, have good relations and try to find partners.
Yes.
I mean, they are working, they are coming here to represent our institution and also their institution.
Yeah.
And they can find partners for their institutions also. I mean, if they represent themselves and their institution, they can work with other partners.
Yeah.
So our network is really wide.
Yeah.
We can say, and we have many friends working for the European Union projects, and we are dealing with them, and we are offering, and we are working together. That's the thing that we organize partnerships.
But I also see, Sinan, that many of those partners that you have, it's partners that you have had for many years. I think that we have been working together for 6-7 years by now. How do you make sure to keep those partnerships? How do you make sure that it's not just going to be a one-time, one project relation that you have with these organizations?
So, this is the way that we work, because we are an official institution and we have to do everything really up to the responsibilities. Otherwise, they will ask us. So we work good, and we have good collaboration with the partnerships, and also we have a huge dissemination activities. I mean, some of the partners use Kocaeli Provincial Directorate as a dissemination partner, because we can reach to the schools, we can reach to the wet schools, all kinds of education fields, we can reach to universities and other associations. So we have good relation also in our city, and we are doing our job really good.
So that's the first point of maintaining the good relation. That is to deliver in the projects and to perform as you're expected to perform. Absolutely. Are there other points that you make?
Otherwise, they won't accept you.
Yeah.
I mean, they will work with you for one project, and then if you're not working, and if you're not answering their responsibilities, so they will say, okay, next time you are not in the project. So we are trying, and we are trying to build good networks, and also we are doing the things really good in our city.
And what else? I mean, one thing is to deliver, but one thing that has struck me is also that in the projects where we have been cooperating, I have always been sure that it has been the same person that is coming, whereas other partners I see a new person every time, and the continuity has been bad.
It's very hard, and in our first meetings, all our first kickoff meetings, we ask the fears, and I'm always writing the same thing. If the contact person changes, so the project starts again for the institution. So we try to use the contact person, and we try not to change the contact person, and we have a supporting person for the contact person. The contact person is the responsible, and he is the official one, and the supporting person also working with the contact person, and he knows everything about the project. I mean, if contact person leaves or goes or something happens, so the other person, supporting person, takes care of the job. In the Corona time, when you came to Turkey, I became Corona, then our colleague continued the projects. Otherwise, they cannot do it.
Yeah.
So this is very important for us. Yeah. And also we offer to have one contact person officially, and we suggest the second supporting person for all projects. Yeah. I mean, if you have one person and maybe she can go, she can leave, or maybe she can marry or she can have baby, so they have to leave the job for 6 months, and 6 months is a huge time for the projects.
Yes, yes.
So with this, we are doing a good job. I believe. I don't know.
Yes.
But in all projects, we're doing that.
So simply to make sure that you perform, to make sure that it's the same person that is there, to make sure that there is a supporting person. So if something happened with the contact person, the relation with the partner remains. And I think those are very valuable advices to give to people who start up their NGO. And again, emphasizing that the relation we build and the partnerships, they might be partnership between institutions, but the relations and the trust that's built between two individuals. So I believe those are very good, important advices to give on.
Yes, and one more thing we can say. While we are sending some teachers or some representatives to the meetings, we say you are representing yourself first. Second, Provincial Directorate of National Education, and then the most important one, you are representing your country. So if you do something wrong, they will call, okay, the Turks do like that, or the Danish do like that. So this is important, and they have to represent themselves first, then their institution and their country.
Yeah. And in that way, of course, to ensure that the partners don't have any challenge with certain participants, and are left with the feeling, as we are left with, that whenever we ask Sinan to be a partner of something, the participants that comes, they're nice, they're polite, and they are respectful to what we're doing and very well prepared. Thank you so much, Sinan, for these inputs. I hope that they will be useful for our new NGO leaders.